What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to the stream, part 9, episode 9, I guess I should say, of the Bad Batch. Shout out to everybody on Theories Arcade over at the gaming channel. We just had a fantastic time, had a lot of fun. And shout out to everybody at Strength Theory, which is my lifting channel, where I just live stream my workouts, essentially, and just have fun with all the meatheads on there. So check that out if you're one of those. Anyways, can I get a birthday shout out for David Sandoval? He's been a fan for years. Much love, brah. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, of course. Happy birthday, David Sandoval. I hope this is not one of those things where I get like fall into a trap. Spring the trap. So tonight, episode 9. What are your guys' predictions? Let's hear it. I'm thinking one of two things is going to happen, unless we get both of them, which would be pretty sweet too. I think we're either going to just not follow Omega's story at all for the next 2 episodes or so, and focus on Hunter trying to get her back. Kind of like when Grogu disappeared, we didn't really see him all that much. He was mainly just Mando that we were seeing, and then he joined Boba. Or Boba joined him with Fennec. So I'm thinking this could be like a similar scenario where Boba joins Hunter and Wrecker and the boys, or we get Omega's perspective and we follow what she's doing as she is captured by Cad Bane. Both are pretty interesting, both are cool. Maybe she gets taken back to Crosshair, I don't know. And then someone in chat says everyone dies in the end. Yeah, probably. I think Omega lives though. I just can't see them killing her off. Episode 9, Omega is a Palpatine. Shayla says, I turn 18 at midnight. I can't wait to spend the first hour of my birthday with you guys talking about Star Wars. Oh, wow, what an honor. That's cool. 18. The big 1-8. I remember when I turned 18, about 120 years ago. It was great. It was a good time. CA. Yo, Vincent. Thanks, man. Jack, what's up? Happy B-Day, David. Bad bitches, let's go. 100%. What do we have for time? Oh, 4 minutes. Okay, 3.5 minutes. So if you're new to these, I don't show the episode on my screen or anything, so sorry for the letdown. That is illegal. I don't want to get shut down. But yeah, I'll be having it up and watching it, and then I'll be muting it, and then I'll have a stopwatch so you guys can watch along with me. That's just essentially how it goes. I want my boy Crosshair to be happy. I think now they're going to go back and they're going to try to get Crosshair's chip out. I really think that's what they're going to do, because they're... But you know what? You know what's also funny about Crosshair? He almost doesn't really seem like he's being controlled by Order 66. I almost feel like he's just bitter towards his brothers for being, you know, D-heads. I don't know. Screw copyright, just show the episode. Yeah, no, that wouldn't be copyright, brother. That would be like channel deletion. So I'd rather not do that. Yeah, I'd rather not do that. That'd be okay. Plus, you can't even stream anything that's on Disney Plus. It actually shows up as a black screen. I tested it. It shows up as a black screen. You can't even do it. Yeah, it wasn't always like that. So I guess some people were streaming stuff on there and they decided to cut them off. The mouse. Since Fennec knows who hired her, the Bad Batch will look for her. Possible, and then you think that they're going to lead to Boba somehow, and then they're going to ask Boba for help. And be like, look, you're a clone. Give us a hand. And he's going to be like, I don't care about you. It's possible. Look, I mean, they're going to have to come across Boba and Cad eventually. It just doesn't make sense. Hey, it's the cutie guy. He back on. Gang for show. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Hype gang, potentially maybe we'll see Boba versus Cad arc. Just give me more first person RP Commando. Dude, wasn't that beautiful? I think that was the first time we ever got that in the Clone Wars. Okay, we got 2 minutes to go. Almost 4,000 people in the chat. Make sure to hit like. Under 1,000 likes. What, do you guys not like me or something? What did I do to you? What did I do to you, huh? What did I do? Give me the likes. I don't make it the rules. YouTube does. It's unfortunate. Here's a little reminder. Just in case you forgot. Thanks. Thanks, Irradiation. Appreciate that. Bro, I'm so happy that Bane is back. Hey, Star Wars Theory, what are your thoughts on Cal not making an appearance in the last episode? Oh, I'm fine with it. Look, I think they're going to announce Jedi Fallen Order 2 July 22nd, which I just found out was EA Play or whatever. So I think we're going to continue Cal's story probably in Jedi Fallen Order 2. I don't think we'll really see him. 2,000 likes. Oh, you guys are beautiful. Thank you so much. Wow. It's not quite 2,000, but we're getting there. Maybe we'll crack it one day. Can I get a shout out? Today is my 10th wedding anniversary. Wow. Love your vids, brother. Love you too, man. Shout out to 10 years of a successful marriage for you. I hope you have another 100. May God bless you. I'm only kidding. Sort of. Plot twist. Crosshair's chip got melted. He now runs on hate and ion radiation poisoning. Right? Yeah, I mean, imagine if it did get melted. I just don't feel like he's really... Okay, it's midnight. I'ma shut up. And we can watch the ep. Did we get it? We did! Bounty lost. Oh, what? So they lost? Oh, wow. So they've... Okay. I kind of gave it away, I suppose. Okay, everybody ready? Type 1 if you are ready to go. By the way, I'm working on a new workout gym line. You know, theory inspired, of course. I've pinned one of them up there. What was the greatest decade for Star Wars? Ooh, I think the prequels. But that's just me, right? Yo, Vincent, what's up? Been wanting to do this since you started, but time zones. But today was the last day of school, and my birthday was 3 days ago, so I'm super pumped. Dude, on that note, Vincent, we shall begin. And Mike, what's up? Thank you so much. You retracted your comment. I don't know what you said, but appreciate the dono. All right, in 3, 2, 1, bam. Let's roll. Okay, we're synced up. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Sorry. Okay. There's a mistake. Watch me get copyrighted for that now. Jesus. Hmm. Same thing as Mando. Interesting. So what's so special about her? Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna get a badass female Boba. Eventually, that's what I think is gonna happen. Then, like, The Mandalorian or something like that. I've got a sister. Alright, cool. I thought she was gonna be like, I can't do that. You're starting to act more like a fit. Yo, what the? Yo, that sounded like Boba's blaster, dude. Huh? Oh, damn. This episode's pretty good, man. Hmm. What the heck? No, it's not Snoke, dude. It's not Snoke. It's... But it's weird. Oh! His head! Dude! Did he already fight Boba? Hmm. Huh. Oh no. Dude. The hell? Yo, is Vegeta in there or something? Like it looks like a Saiyan capsule. I I don't know, dude. Oh, okay. Okay, had me for a second. Wow. Wow, dude. Dude. Okay. What a twist. What a twist. Yeah, me too. Hmm. That was a great episode, but Jesus Christmas, do these end so soon? It's so annoying. It's like it just gets started and like, freaking ends. What the hell, man? But overall, I really enjoyed that one. For a Bad Batch episode, I'd say that was a 8.5 out of 10. Really liked it. It was great. I feel like if you replace any of the other characters with like any of the main characters in this one with like just random characters that we'll never see again, then yeah, it was, I feel like that was filler. But nah, this was great. So we learned so much. We learned that obviously, I don't know if the Empire is doing something with those tanks and with the fluid and they weren't Snoke, but I feel like, you know, Palpatine was the story now that it's in, you know, George's side of the picture. The story now is that Palpatine was trying to splice and dice a lot of different genes of different creations and mutations, and he was trying to create these abominations, so to speak. So I could see him experimenting with different sorts of things, and maybe this was like the early preliminary start of that, of what Snoke could become someday. But it definitely wasn't Snoke. This is like, how many years before Snoke? Like 30 years almost before Snoke even enters the picture. So yeah. Yeah, Cad got owned by Fennec Shand, so I guess there's that answer. She beat him up pretty good. It's kind of a stalemate, but she beat him up pretty good. Omega being a clone of Django, but like a pure clone, like Boba, makes it pretty damn interesting. And I think what we're going to get now is a female Boba Fett. A female Fett in the Book of Boba. I just think that's going to happen, man. I think they are bringing this show out now so that by the time Book of Boba comes out, we're going to be very, very familiarized with Omega. Do you think Boba will show up? They did name drop him. I think Boba will show up later. I love the episode, but isn't it canon that Kaminoans don't have off-world bases? I don't think this was an off-world base of theirs. I think it could have been an off-world base that the Empire perhaps hired them to have. The only thing I didn't like was Fennec owning Cad that easily. Other than that, it was very intense with a lot of development. Yeah, I feel like Cad could have held his own, but I have yet to see Fennec get beaten up. But he did kick her a few times, but she, you know, I don't know. Kaminoans trying to splice themselves with Fett DNA. No, they wouldn't want Fett DNA, I don't think. But that's the thing about Phase 3 is like they must be trying to splice it with something. I'm not sure what that is. I think it was just an old abandoned facility. It very well could have been. But what leads me to think that it wasn't, and there's a little more importance to this facility, is the fact that she stops and pauses on it for so freaking long. They don't just gloss over it. She's there staring at the thing, and then it explodes and falls on Fennec, and then it's just this like weird oblong alien looking thing. Snoke said he saw the Empire rise and fall 9 out of 10. Yeah, but if we remember, that was Palpatine speaking through Snoke, essentially. Because we saw him created in those tubes, so all of that, it's not congruent with each other, sadly. So it's, you know, I don't know what to believe anymore. The test tube creature looked like a basic alien. So Boba is Alpha and she is Omega, God reference. Well, Alpha is the first, Omega is the last. So she is obviously the last one. I don't know if there's one in between. I guess the ones in between are all the other clones. Perhaps. Hey Theory, I'm writing a fanfic for Star Wars. Any advice? Also love your vids. You're my favorite YouTuber. Congrats on 3 mil. Thanks, man. My advice is just have fun with whatever story you want to develop. Do you think we'll ever see Omega in live action? Yeah, I think we'll see her in Book of Boba. Maybe. So Omega has no special ability, just non-altered. Yeah, I guess so. So who is Omega a clone of? She is a clone of Jango Fett. The off-world base was so old and different that I thought it was Cloud City at first. It did look like Cloud City. But the interesting part about Cloud City is that if she fell, it's a gas giant, so she would just keep falling. Now, I think there actually is a core, like there is a street level to Bespin. But it's like you can't walk there without a mask. I believe. I gotta double check that. I feel like the Kaminoan facility facility predated both the Clone Wars and Jango's contract. It was one of their old installations long abandoned. It's very possible. The clones were experimenting with cloning far before anything to do with the Empire or with Dooku or with anything like that. So it's very possible that they were doing some different experiments and Legends, and they could have been doing it there, but I don't feel like they would be doing that, you know? Was Omega born the same time as Boba? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Oh, my timer is still going? Okay. Could they bring Omega for Book of Boba? Yeah, I believe so, Jack. We're gonna get a sister bro Boba and Omega quest. I'd be down with that. It sounds fun. It sounds cool. It sounds cool to me. Bane has the cybernetic patch on his head, so when we looked at the concept on Nerd Theory, it was real. Glad I shared that with you guys. Thanks. Dude, I thought of you when I saw that, man. I was like, dude, William freaking called it. So with that thing, I don't know. I guess Boba shot him in the head or someone shot him in the head. Something happened. The head plate Cad Bane had tells me Boba and Cad already faced off, so are they saving it for live action now? Omega, a female force-sensitive Fett? I don't think she's force-sensitive. I think she's just a pure Jango. She's just a pure Fett. And I don't think they're saving it for live action, but I think maybe they'll meet again because they have a score to settle with each other. Lord City has promised us peace. We only want Thanks, Jason. Will you do a 3 million special? No, probably not. Do you think we will ever see Omega with a lightsaber? No. Imagine a female Temuera Morrison for live action. I don't think it would be a female Temuera Morrison. I think it would be, But yeah, I know what you mean. Some of you guys on the StarWarsTheory.com forum posted... it was like a female filter with Temuera Morrison. It was pretty funny. I laughed. Omega's just a simple girl trying to make her way in the universe. Thanks, Leia. The body in the tank looked like a Kaminoan. I think it's pre-cloning that maybe failed. I think there's more to it than that. I think... yeah, I don't know. There's got to be more to it than that, man. The only genetic difference between male and female is XX versus XY. That's how you can still have twins of opposite sexes. Boba twin? Yeah, but that would make her the same age as Boba. I don't think she's the same age. I think Boba's a little bit older. Unless she's like... I don't know. 14 or 15. The creature in the tube was Kaminoan. In Attack of the Clones, Lama Su alludes to having cloned other races in the past. You're right, they did. But did they do it there? Would you ever buy and review a full Boba Fett costume from Boba Maker? Maybe. Thanks, man. I'm still stuck on her sensing Crosshair's feelings in one of the early episodes. I think there's something more going on there. You know what? Yeah, you might be right, dude. Maybe she just knows exactly what's going on, though. You know? Like, she's been around the cloning facility. She has no accelerated aging, so she just maybe knows what's going on. She knows what's going to happen to them. So if she's a pure Jango clone, why is she female? Could there be any specific reason for it? Thanks for the great content, dude. I think just genetic mutation. Cad Bane should have won. I mean, in Clone Wars, he literally defeated Kenobi in 1 vs. 1. Cad Bane is still the king. Yeah, that was a little strange to me. I think they really want to ride it home that Fennec Shand, kicks ass. Hey Theory, been watching you for a while and I want to become a member but don't see a join button. Is there a different way? Yeah, you could go on your PC and do it. Or you could find the link down below. Either way. You don't have to though, man. I appreciate it. Just appreciate you watching. Don't feel like you need to. Either way, thank you. The one in the tube was Rook from Rebels. I don't think so. Thanks, Josh. Could the clones in the tanks be first experiments of Snoke? Kind of look like a species. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking they could be clones, not of Snoke, but just some sort of like experiment. And then second, the second option is that they just are preliminary sorts of experiments or something like that Kamino was doing beforehand. But I think the Empire maybe might have created that. Or Dooku had something to do with that. I don't know. But they looked really old and crusty, so like they had been sitting there for years. So again, I'm not sure. Yo, Am, what's going on? If the Bad Batch does sacrifice themselves at the end, what if Boba steps in and offers to take her? Then in Boba's show, it would be revealed that he kept her hidden to protect her and secretly train her. Yeah, I'd be down with that, actually. Because right now, we're still not getting the big honcho. We're not getting Boba. We just got Fennec, So, Fennec is like Robin and Boba is Batman. But I guess now we're going to have another Batman, or I guess Batgirl, and it's going to be Omega. Thanks again, M. Good ep, much love Theory. From STL. Thanks, Cash. Where's STL? Is that in the States? Is that like a... What about her simply being a female and the economic aspect of Kaminoans making the Django clones into reproductive race? Oh, how interesting. I don't think so. I think they just wanted... They would have probably gotten Boba, but they don't know where he is. I think that's the thing. So, the fact that they know where she is, they're probably just really governing her because they want her DNA. Seems like it was a Kaminoan facility. Lama Su specially called it our abandoned facility at the beginning of the episode. I guess is where, yeah, perhaps. I guess that's where they ran experiments. I gotta watch it again when I do the when I write the breakdown. Toto is the funniest character in Star Wars. I think I like him the most, yeah, of like droids other than R2 and 3PO. I might even like him more than 3PO, but a little blasphemy. The creature in the tube seemed to be too bulky to be purely Kaminoan. I think you're right. There's more to it. There's got to be more to that thing. Maybe something Palpatine was doing back during the Clone Wars. I don't know. Does this mean Omega is Mandalorian? I don't know. We'll see. But it would technically mean by birthright that she is. Show's definitely ending with Bad Batch handing Omega over to Boba. I love that Boba has a little sister now. I love it too. I think it's sick. So Omega, oops. Yo, thanks Paul. Last super chat got an early meeting in the AM. Thanks for everything you do. You really make us all feel like we're watching Star Wars with our old buddies. Yeah, man, that's what it feels like for me too. You know, there's 4,000 of you here, and it's always fun to watch this stuff with you guys. Does this mean Omega is right? So Omega is a Mandalorian like her father. I'm a Mandalorian like my father. Last, I think those creatures in the tubes were Kaminoans because they saved their species by cloning. Very perceptive, but those clones look like they were some sort of weird genetic mutation. In Mandalorian, Fennec said that she owes a debt to Boba. What if it has something to do with this show? It's very possible, but I mean, he also saved her life in that show, so could she be alluding to that? Maybe Omega is a Force-sensitive clone, minus the typical disfiguration shown in the Force-sensitive clones, and that's why the Kaminoans want her so bad. I just don't think she has any Force sensitivity. I don't know. Maul needs his own live action and animated series. I want to see him from the beginning of his apprenticeship to his oh yeah, that'd be great. It'd be fantastic. Fantastic. I want to see that with Palpatine too. I think that would be pretty rad. Yo, Tommy! I think the tanks were just for her to talk about how she doesn't want to end up an experiment on Kamino. They didn't seem to be important in Lime. Yeah, maybe. She didn't want to end up like those guys. Yeah, but then why were they there, you know? Like, there's got to be more to that. What was their purpose? Why are they here? Why are we here? Imagine an older Omega decked out Mando gear inspired by her bat. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm thinking. Like, that's pretty tight. Came a little late and watched the episode. What up, Mr. Sharma? Glad to be here, though. Pretty good episode to me. Totally reminds me of AZ3. Who's AZ3? In all honesty, Omega's gender can be a callback for the Django's Legends comic series, and secondly, how can they make her pure if they stretch the DNA? I guess we'll understand later. Perhaps she was like just born during episode 2. You know? So that would make her, no. That would make her like 3 years old. Never mind. Well, she just could have been born like a few years after Boba. Unless they're the same age. I highly doubt it, though. You think Bossk gets involved at all? I think we'll see Bossk in the Book of Boba. For sure. Maybe Omega turns out to be the armorer? No, they have different accents. You think Django knew of Omega? Yeah. Unless she's like a love child. Boba Fett never cared emotionally about any of the other clones, so why would he care about Omega? I don't think he'll ever become... No, I think Boba and Django... I think Django cared about Boba because he was his, like, son. He was, like, his full-on clone. And Omega, I think he would feel the same way. Yo, thanks, Forte! If Boba has a sister, do you think it affects the original trilogy? Shout out from Fresno, Cali. Hey, Fresno, Cali, what's up, dude? Nice. I love Cali. If Boba has a sister, do you think it affects the OT? Well, obviously not, because Dave's writing everything. And keep in mind, The Bad Batch is a show that George Lucas wanted. So this is not some, like, you know, cash cow show kind of thing. This is something that George wanted. And he had in mind. So... St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, okay, got it. Thanks, Cash. I love your vids. I've been a big fan for a long time. Keep doing you. Have a great time every time I come through. Dope. I'm happy to hear that. It would suck to hear, like, it's such a drag every time I go on Theory's channel. It's like, oh. I'm glad you have fun. Omega needs the white Mando armor at Sid's shop. Oof, imagine that. I believe we can write off the theory of Omega being force sensitive that clearly state that she is just a Django clone. Also, keep up the good work. Thanks, Remedial. Star Wars fan 2187. Empire is new and that facility was old and abandoned. So Republic era facility, Techno Union or something. I feel like the door is a big clue. It could be Techno Union, but it's definitely old, so it could be Republic era, I feel like, but what the hell was he doing, you know? What would Palpatine be doing with that? Maybe he was trying to do something already? Why does Fennec say, you already know the answer when Omega asks why the Prime Minister wants her? I sort of get the feeling Omega knows more than she's letting on to the boys. I think so too. But I think she also knows that they constantly are hunting for... like better DNA or pure DNA or something, so I think she just kind of plays dumb, or she just is young. Five's droid, AZ through, oh, yeah, okay. I definitely see the show setting up the Boba vs. Cad Bane showdown that was leaked years ago. Boba trying to protect his little sister family. Yeah, I can see him getting very protective over her for sure. Now imagine if, like, in Book of Boba we see something like that where, you know, I don't know. Let's say Bosk goes after Omega, but I feel like Omega is going to be... I feel like they made her to start out, like, all wimpy, and then she just is this badass character that comes in. I can see it happening, man. The character development is there. It's showing. It's, like, just constantly going. It's like this arc. Did Kaminoans get Django's head and somehow clone it? Maybe they got a sample of Boba. But then that's a clone of a clone. They could have just had her a few years before Boba, man. So... No, because if they had her during the Attack of the Clones, she'd be 2 or 3 years old right now. She could just be naturally force sensitive and has nothing to do with cloning tech or DNA manipulation. I don't think she's force sensitive, but there were some interesting points there that maybe she is. How can she be an untouched clone of Django, but she's a female? I hope that makes sense. DNAs, I guess, mutate. Not sure. Could she just have been... Could be she just hadn't seen any other cloning experiments besides the GAR. Would explain why she looked at the cloning members chambers so weird. I think she knew what they were. I think she understood that the Kamino had been trying to do some weird stuff with clones for a long time. Perhaps it's earlier Kaminoans, hence why they look deformed. They have altered themselves to perfection so they can show off their own ability. I look, so in Legends, Kaminoans were like hired to do different things. So at one point they created some mutation of like some two different aliens, and then they ended up having shovels for hands or something like that. And they were miners. So they were like literally diggers, and their hands were shovels. So they did weird things like that. They like freaky horror things. Could really use a Theory Talks, man. I know, I've been trying to sign into my account. I can't. It's been bugging out, so I might have to make a new one, or I'll figure it out. Maybe Boba and Fennec work together because Fennec brought Omega to Boba later on. Also, Omega should get to make a Darksaber if she is Force sensitive. I could see Omega and Bo working together. And Ahsoka. What storyline would you want made? Off topic, keep it good work. Oh, thanks, Braden. I would want a young Palpatine. So George is approving the new Palpatine plot. What? No. Not at all. If Clint Eastwood was younger, he could play Bane. Yeah, if he was blue. I think that's who Bane is based off of, probably. The thing I think they'll have to address is why Omega didn't show up in Boba's family tree. Maybe he just doesn't care about her. I'm not sure. Since Boba wears his father's armor, Omega should be wearing Hunter's, similar to Boba, colored differently. Yeah, I'm down with that. Inside spoiler, Omega is actually Palpatine. Yeah. Thanks, Harrison. Yo, Lee, thank you, man. Omega takes out Crosshair in the first episode with the first time she fires a blaster. It is alluded to that she has had some ability or force sensitivity, and then in the last episode she went off the bow. I just think she's a Fett, so she's obviously just very athletic and really good at adapting to weapons and war. Honestly, this episode doesn't matter to me. Cad Bane is still the king, the only bounty hunter to have 1v1 defeat Kenobi and many other Jedi. Yeah. I can't explain that. I don't it doesn't make sense to me. If Omega was made while Jango was alive, she can be pure. It's the clones made after his death that have deteriorating DNA. Well, yeah, I mean, I think she was made a few years, several years before his death, so probably like 7 years before Attack of the Clones, because that would make her like 10 or 11. I wish we could see the deleted scene of Darth Revan come into place during the Clone Wars. Much love from YYC, my Cad bro. So Boba has a sis. We're definitely going to see him now. Setting up Boba, Fennec, Omega, Cad feud now or in Book of Boba. I want to see it in Book of Boba. I want to see that as live action. I think that would be really fun. Just imagine a real live action Cad Bane. Cad Bane's my favorite. Thanks, Unbrick Me. Alex says, for how Y Omega is an exact clone of Jango, but female, life finds a way. Life finds a way. Great stream. Hope we get to see Cad vs Boba round 2. There is white Mandalorian armor in Sid's shop in the background. It would be dope if we saw Omega with that armor later, maybe even in live action. I want live action Omega, much older. What if Omega is the Bo-Katan on Mando? Is with Bo on Mando? I'd be down for it. But why make her a female? So it's not so the same. It's like Jango Fett's a dude, Boba Fett's a dude, and then Omega's gonna be a dude. It's like, okay, let's make her a girl. She's gonna be a little bit different. Hello from Gulfport, Mississippi. Big fan. Oh, thank you, Action Figure Podcast. What up, Justin? $4.99. Appreciate it, man. Nick says Cad Bane is a stupid-looking character. I think he looks pretty cool. If you haven't checked out my top 10 facts about Cad Bane, I uploaded just a few days ago. I titled it Everything You Need to Know About Cad Bane. It's got some cool info in there if you want to get caught up on the guy. There's a small part in the music when Hunter says they can send anyone in the galaxy. That sounds like the Vader theme. Maybe foreshadowing Vader. I think we'll see Vader for sure. Yeah. Bossk is not Sid's son? No. Cad Bane, except with a nose. Boba shot Cad Bane in the head, that's why he was slower and weaker. Yeah, but he was pretty fast against Hunter. I agree with you, I don't think she's force sensitive, but she gets Bo-Katan. B-O space K-A-T-A-N. Close though, Raiden. Thank you, man. I love everything you do, bro. Thank you for everything you do. You think Bossk could be Sid's son? She might get fed up with the Bad Batch and has Bossk hunt. That'd be a cool theory, but I don't think she is Bosk's mom. His mama. That'd be cool though, but I don't think so. It'd make the world a little too small, I feel like. And thanks again, Steve. I love the support, dude. The words of encouragement mean a lot to me. Thank you, man. Chad Bane. Thanks, Jared. What if Omega is related to Palpatine and finally realizes this and is basically a light side version of Palp? No. I think they have enough versions of Palp to end all versions of Palp. I think we've exhausted that. Cad is a badass with his cowboy boots and jetpack. Dude, he is literally Clint Eastwood. Alien Clint Eastwood of Star Wars. Feeling lucky, punk. Bane took his hat off and he had a metal plate on his head. I thought that was the result of the standoff between Boba and Bane. Does this take place after? I guess it takes place before these episodes, I suppose. Hey there, I've been watching for a few months and I love the channel. Who would you have casted for live action Omega and Bane? Bane, Clint Eastwood's son would be pretty good. And live action Omega. I don't know, chat. What do you think? Who could be a live action Omega? Lee, you think Han Solo is force sensitive, really? Like a little bit? Maybe it's just luck. Boba and Omega make clone kids in... Dude. Ew. Okay, so who would be a live action Omega? Who would you want to see play her? And don't say Tamora Morrison with a wig. Margot Robbie? Okay. Okay. I feel that. Oh, no. Millie Bobby Brown. Millie Bobby Brown as Omega. I could see that. Yo, just everyone here just go spam her Instagram comments. Be like, you should play Omega. She probably already got the job. If they were really looking for it, she probably already got it. She's so famous. Don't actually spam her Instagram. That's not. I was just kidding. Why would Omega be that important with Kaminoans, though? If she's just a pure replica, they just need more Jango DNA. I feel like there's more to it. It's possible there's more to it, but they ran out of Jango's DNA, so having fresh DNA, you know, can bring things back, perhaps. Everyone's like, no. She's like 17. She's not old enough. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Well, okay. So you want a older? Okay. I guess, yeah, for an updated live action, not like a... Okay. Yeah. Oh, what did someone say the other day? Ellen DeGeneres? Why would it even be possible for Cad Bane to survive till Book of Boba? I feel like he would have been selected by Vader with the other hunters in ESP. Nah, I feel like he would maybe go off and do his own thing. But he's also pretty old, man. He was like 50 something in the Clone Wars or whatever, right? So I don't think he's I don't, I don't think he's got that much longer. Unless the Duros are how old do Duros get? I gotta figure this out. They normally die. It doesn't say. I guess I gotta look it up in one of my books. Scarlett Johansson? I wish. Yeah, that Boba Blaster, the sound was pretty legit. I got clickbaited. Oh, Charlize Theron or Uma Thurman. I could see that too. I could see Charlize Theron. Someone says Brie Larson. I'm not feeling that. Not feeling that. T. Bradley Baker. They die around 75. Michelle Rodriguez as female Django. She's badass. I don't think it would fit. How did Toto survive? I thought he was blown up at the Jedi Temple. The droid side is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. Omega is often used to denote the last, the end, or the ultimate limit of a set. Her name has meaning to her priority and value. Right? She's the end. She's the last one. So, and they can't get access to Boba because he's off doing his own thing. So they said he disappeared. The girl from Queen's Gambit to play Omega. Oh right, I didn't watch that show, but I know what she looks like. Brie Larson, says Jonathan. Chat, do you want Brie Larson to play Omega? The Empire doesn't know that they're running out of DNA, and getting more isn't going to prove to the Empire that they're needed. There must be more. I agree, there must be some more to this. But the fact that she's pure DNA is a great start. Tracy Morgan can play live action Omega, and we got really dark with these lifeless Kaminoan bodies plopping out. Dude, I thought we were getting a jump scare. And I'm like, well, would he do that? I'm like, no. Millie has to play young Leia, Margot or Charlize as Omega. Omega. Would you want an interview with Mike Quinn? Who's that? He's a puppeteer, an animator. Oh, cool. Doesn't Omega's? I don't think we would have anything to talk about for Star Wars. Doesn't Omega's blonde hair point to there being something more to her creation that we know of yet? Perhaps someone else's DNA. Maybe it's actually Django's kid that he had with someone else. Possible. Could be. Zoe Bell from a few Tarantino movies. I love Tarantino. New Zealander, blonde. Oh, New Zealander. Blonde, martial arts stunt woman, perfect. Zoe Bell? Who's this? Zoe Bell. Oh, wow, that could actually work. That could actually work, dude. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. Very, very good. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. That's probably the best candidate I've seen. 100%. She looks like Omega. She's Jack, too. Yeah, I think we got it, boys. I think that's the best one. Maybe trying to clone a Force sensitive Kaminoan. My super chat never showed up. Oh, Jeff, did I miss it or did it not show up? I think Cara Delevingne can be a good Omega. Shouldn't be a New Zealander actress. Seems like the right thing to do. Yes, I agree. Show it on screen. Okay. Okay. Right there. That looks like Omega to me, man. It's like perfect Omega. Ah, there's my wife right there. Maybe one day. Yeah, man. I think this is a great Omega. Good job to whoever called that. Can't remember. La la la. Da na 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 na. Maybe trying to clone a Force-sensitive Kaminoan. I think Cara Delevingne could be good Omega. What's up, brother? What's up, Uriah? Do you think that Jango even knew about Omega? Maybe that's why she didn't show up in the family tree when Boba showed Mando. Yeah, I don't think they knew about her. At that point. Maybe now they do. Benedict Cumberbatch is Thrawn? Yes. Absolutely. What if Crosshair's chip got fried and realizes what he's done and temporarily saves the squad or joins them or sacrifices himself at the end? I think something like that could happen. Yeah. Mike Quinn plays Nien Nunb, and he helped puppeteer Yoda and Jabba. Oh, wow. That's amazing. That didn't even show up on Google, man. It just showed some other movies. Yeah, that would be pretty fantastic. I'll have to talk to the talent booker that Mark has. Or I'll just tell Mark. Then he'll move on it. I really want to see interview with you and Timothy Zahn. That'd be cool. I wonder if he remembers me. We took a really quick picture. I was wearing my Admiral Attitude merch shirt. You guys can find it down below. And he like all of a sudden started chuckling and then got his buddy over. He's like, look at this, and yeah, dude, he loved it. He's like, that's awesome. Killian Karan as Omega, Jango and Zam Wesell, perhaps. She's blonde. Grace Keeley would be a great Omega. Dave Filoni casts voice actors with live-action appearances in mind. Michelle Ang is the most likely candidate. Michelle Ang did Omega. No, that wouldn't make sense, I don't think. And we can't say that because look at Ashley Eckstein. She didn't play Ahsoka in live action. We need a game set in the Clone Wars where you play as a shiny new trooper and we see the Clone Wars through his eyes from Geonosis to Order 66. Imagine that. They got so many games that they could make. There's so much potential. I don't know why they're... Maybe it's coming. I called the Zoe Bell worth the extra super chat. All right, Paul, you got the cred for that. Okay, for reals now. Gotta go to bed. Thanks again. Hey, thank you, man, and good night. Sleep well. Hit that REM sleep. Boba got a mention. He's definitely showing up in the show, right? I think so. I mean, why wouldn't he? You know, maybe at the end. Lena Paul as Omega, perfect cast. Who's Lena Paul? Well, thank you, Charlie. Nick Gillard for Rule of Two. Yeah, that's definitely something I would want to see. Isn't Omega older? I'm very happy I didn't have my screen showing. Very happy. Very happy. Isn't Omega older than the Bad Batch? I love the bids. No. I don't think she is. On that note, I'm gonna go do the breakdown. Alright? I gotta go research. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Great episode. I had fun. Thank you for all the super chats. Thanks for all the coming in. 9 is the guy who blew up the Death Star with Lando. Wow, yeah, I know that. Alright. I love you. May the force be with you. Catch you later.